A lot of talk around town about biotechnology. Are you doing anything curricula-wise with respect to addressing those issues or those skills?
We are. We've had an associate in science program for about 4 or 5 years now. We are starting a track in biotechnology this fall. This will be the first group that comes through. And students can take classes in genetics and cell biology, courses that will give them a good science background that's preparation to go into an entry-level lab technician position when they finish. It also would be good preparation if a student wants to go on and get a bachelor's degree in the sciences, in biotechnology, and to continue on. It's a good transfer option for them as well. So that's going to be an exciting opportunity for students.
Now, you're teaching them how to operate that 950 megahertz magnet? That would be no.
Well,
I'll defer to her.
I got to tell you, John's got a fixation about that magnet. He's convinced when they power it up that there's going to be a black hole created and the world's going to disappear right down the throat of Kannapolis.
That's another show, though, folks.
Okay.
I was going to say, don't wear your watch around it, but go ahead.
Really? Well, do you offer degrees that lead to training certifications for medical devices?
Not necessarily for medical devices, but that's not to say that we can't. I think part of it is we're waiting to see who's coming into the North Carolina Research Campus and who those device manufacturers might be. And that's not to say that we wouldn't be able to, and I think some of that might come through our workforce or through our continuing education programs. A lot of those folks, though, it's kind of, sometimes it's on-the-job training, or they've got, as the device companies, they may want to have an individual prepared just in some basic life sciences areas or biotech areas, which is what we can do. And then once the student has that basic background, then the company itself may do some of the education if you're talking about just individual devices themselves based on how they're being manufactured.
Yeah, I think one of the statistics that's been thrown out a lot about folks who work on biotech campuses is that 67% of those folks can work on a campus like that with an associate's degree. So you don't have to have a 4-year degree, an advanced degree, a doctoral degree to do that.
Right. You've got a lot of the researchers that come in particular, I mean, they bring in, or they're looking for a team of people that can work with them. And you're right that a lot of those aren't necessarily baccalaureate or master's prepared folks, but they can, so long as they've got a good solid biotech foundation, which I believe is what we can offer, is that good solid foundation, then, you know, they should be good at least as an entry-level position.
Switching back to a topic earlier, let's say a young man, young girl graduates from high school and they come directly to you. How long between the time they enter and they graduate with a degree and are employable then with the skills they've just learned from your place?
Depends upon the program that they go in. Again, one of the things that we strive to do is that we have what we call exit points, so that those individuals that want to get out into the workforce can. So for instance, our nursing folks, if they kind of follow the track, they could be educated and graduated within a 2-year time period.
Wow. RN? LPN?
RNs.
Okay.
We don't do any LPNs. Now we'll admit LPNs that are going back to school to become an RN. But that's probably, I mean, we've got several other, if that's an associate degree, that would take 2 years. We've got programs like our Surge Tech program. They could be educated within the year's time frame so that they could actually go and work in an operating room. Our medical assistants, that's a year's program where they can actually be trained and enter employment into a physician's office. We'll tell you 100% of our graduates find work within the first 6 months that they've graduated. So I think that's a testament to, I think, how well the faculty do in preparing these folks to enter the workforce.
Let's say you're thinking about the future, that you're listening to the future with the stethoscope of the future, and you're listening to the future's heartbeat. How healthy is the patient? Where are you going from here?
How healthy is the patient? Now, if you ask how healthy the patient is, mind you, I'm a nurse by background, so I can tell you that the acuity, or how sick the patients are, that's another word you can look up.
I like that.
Is much different than when it was when I graduated from school. The patients that are in the hospital now are very sick, and so we are, the nurses that we're training, you know, their training doesn't stop. You know, we would like to say that they are lifelong learners. So once they've exited our program and are in the whatever their work setting is, there's a lot of continuing education or continuous learning that happens dependent upon, you know, the type of patient population that you want to take care of. What we do in a pediatric population is different than what we might do in an adult population or in a geriatric population or rehab or what have you.
And as the baby boomers age, the
Yeah.
patient's going to get older and
Exactly.
sicker.
So here's my thing. Those folks may be taking care of me, so I want to make sure that they are well trained before they leave that facility, before they leave the college.
All right, well, excellent. Thank you so much for joining us. Now we've got to get to Alex's favorite part of the show. It's the announcements.
John, I hope I do a better job on this than I did last week. I'm going to see if I can make up for
You
last
can't
week.
do it
Business
unless you
After
start.
Hours, John, Tuesday, September 9th at 5:30 p.m. at the club at Ice Creek. Talk about biotechnology. This is biotechnology. Come to a golf course. Beautiful place, beautiful facility, wonderful place. Come meet and greet. Business Dialogue, come talk to other folks in business and find out what challenges they're facing and see if they found solutions that may help you and your business achieve more profitability or more success. Wednesday, September 10th at 7:30 a.m. at the Chamber. And the annual Chamber Barbecue, which is B to B, C to B, me to me, and you to me. And Tuesday, October 7th at 5:30 p.m. at the Cabrera Arena Event Center. Come out, eat barbecue, and become a potential high blood pressure candidate for nurses at CMC Northeast. 704-782-4000 for information about these or anything else, or go to our website at
Cabarrus.biz. And if you'd like more information about the Cabarrus College of Health Sciences, you can go to www.cabarruscollege.edu.